Hey guys, welcome back to Making Everyday Magic. My name is Shanna. We are going to talk about first language lessons today. This is a curriculum piece that I actually had a lot of interest in when I talked about it, and so I figured I'd show you how we use it and take you through a full lesson. So before we go any further, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. The first language lessons is a piece of the language arts curriculum that is included in our third grade Timberdoodle non-religious curriculum kit. And I didn't know what to expect before we picked it up, before we got it in the mail. I couldn't find really a lot of information about it, so I didn't feel very confident in what to expect. But now that I have it in my hands and we are seven or 8 weeks in now, I feel pretty confident that I can share with you how it's going, what we're doing, and how we're using it so that this information is out there for anyone else who may be interested. Like I said, I had a hard time finding it, so I'm happy to share. Okay, so this is our first language lessons for the Well-Trained Mind, level 3. This is the first year that we've started this. We've had just a ton of interest in how we're doing this, so I figured I would just take you guys along. So we are on lesson 21, and the lessons, so it's important to note that curriculum is your tool. So curriculum gives you all of the tools that you need for your tool belt, but it's up to you how you use them and which one you use at which time. So they recommend, and this entire curriculum is really essentially a script. And so they recommend that you do reread a poem and then have your kids, you reread it 3 times daily and have your kids recite it to you. And we don't do that because that's just a lot. That's a lot. I want my kiddos to enjoy poetry. I don't necessarily feel the need for them to memorize it. So do me a favor, flip back to lesson 18 over here. And I'm gonna have you read it, okay? So you just read it out loud. So I just have her read it, and then we don't have to necessarily try to memorize it. Go ahead and read this out loud for me.
The Tragic Story by William Makepeace Thackeray. That's difficult.
Okay.
There lived a sage in days of yore, and he a handsome pigtail wore, but wondered much and sorrowed more because it hung behind him. He mused upon the curious case and swore he'd change the pigtail's place and have it hanging at his face, not dangling there behind him. He says, the mystery if I found, all turn me round. He turned him round, but still it hung behind him. Then round and out and in, all day the puzzled sage did spin. In vain, it mattered not a pin, the pigtail hung behind him, and right and left and round about, and up and down, and in and out. He turned, but still the pigtail stout hung steadily behind him. And though his efforts never slack, and though he twist and twirl and tack, alas, still faithful to his back, the pigtail hangs behind him.
Good job. All right, let's flip back to our lesson today. That is difficult.
I actually went all the way to here. I was reading my book.
Oh yeah, while you were waiting on me? Okay, so the good thing about first language lessons is that you literally just read it like a script. So lesson 21, what's new is adverbs that tell where. An adverb is a word that describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Adverbs tell how, when, where, how often, and to what extent. I will say that to you again. An adverb is a word that describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Adverbs tell how, when, where, how often, and to what extent. Now I will say that 3 more times. Say it with me. An adverb is a word that describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Adverbs tell how, when, where, how often, and to what extent. An adverb is a word that describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Adverbs tell how, when, where, how often, and to what extent. An adverb is a word that describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Adverbs tell how, when, where, how often, and to what extent. Okay, so adverbs tell where. Where do you run? In exercise 1 of your workbook, read each of the sentences to me. The adverb that tells where is in bold print.
I run nearby. I run outside. I run upstairs. I run away. I run far.
We are going to practice identifying adverbs that tell where. Okay, we are going to practice identifying adverbs that tell where. Look at exercise 2. I will ask you a where question and you will read the 3 choices. Choose your favorite adverb and answer the question in a complete sentence. Then write your adverb of choice in the blank. Where do you eat?
Here, inside, downstairs. I do eat inside, but more specifically downstairs.
Okay, so
I eat downstairs.
good choice. Downstairs is an adverb that tells where you eat. Where do you sing?
Everywhere.
Okay, we'll read the answer.
Everywhere outside nearby. I sing everywhere.
Yes, everywhere is an adverb that tells where you sing.
Do you like to sing?
Yes, you do. Okay, ready? Where do you play?
Outdoors, anywhere, upstairs. I play upstairs.
Upstairs.
Because our playroom's upstairs.
Upstairs is an adverb that tells where you play. Hi, friends. Hi, Pinky. Hi. I know, but it's in the wash. Hey, I need you to do me a favor. We're not done with sister schoolwork yet, okay? So I need you to give me patience. Can you give me patience? Okay, thank you. Okay, let's look at the last one. Flip your page. The last one in exercise 2. Where do you walk?
Away, far, forward. This one's tricky.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like them.
Give me a sentence.
We normally walk forward, no,
Good choice.
backwards.
Good choice.
Otherwise
What do
we
you say?
it sometimes. I walk forward.
Forward is an adverb that tells where you walk. Good job. Okay, exercise 3. Read the first sentence and look at its diagram.
Hummingbirds fly. Hey, great grandma loves hummingbirds.
She does. Do you see the diagram?
Yeah.
Okay, in this sentence, hummingbirds fly, the word hummingbirds is the subject. The word fly is the verb. Let's add an adverb that tells where hummingbirds fly. Read the new sentence and look at its diagram.
Hummingbirds fly backwards. Oh my goodness.
Hummingbirds fly backwards. Hummingbirds can indeed fly backwards. They are the only kind of bird that can. Oh, that's a fun fact.
Whoa.
Instructor. Oh, that's backward is an adverb that tells where hummingbirds fly. You write an adverb on a slanted line under the verb it describes. Read the next simple sentence and look at its diagram.
Columbus traveled. Hey, I think I know that guy.
The word Columbus is the subject. The word traveled is the verb. Let's add an adverb that tells where Columbus traveled. Read the new sentence and look at its diagram.
Columbus traveled far.
Far is an adverb that tells where. We write an adverb on a slanted line under the verb it describes.
I think I have Instagram.
I think you do, yeah. In exercise 4, you will diagram sentences with adverbs in them. We're looking at exercise 4. You read the sentence. I will ask you questions as you fill in the diagram. Remember to copy the words exactly as they appear in the sentence. If the word begins with a capital letter in the sentence, it should also be capitalized in the diagram. Give me one moment. Let's read the sentence.
Bubbles drift upward.
Okay, so you found the verb and you write the verb to the right of your center line. find the subject, which is ask who or what before the verb. Write the subject to the left of the center line on your frame. Now you have found the two most basic parts of the sentence. Go back and look again at the verb. Is there a word that describes the verb?
Yes.
This is an adverb that tells where. Write the adverb on the slanted line below the verb it describes. Now, once your kid picks up on how to do this, I really don't go back and do that every time because that would be a lot. I just check it when she's done. So what's number 2 sentence?
I searched everywhere. And I didn't even look at it.
Number 3 sentence, please.
Children play outside. That is very true.
That is super true.
Children love to play outside.
Number 4.
Abby came here.
Great job, buddy. And that's it. This is our optional follow-up.
We do not do at all. Nothing about the optional thing.
I just want to show you kind of the side-by-side of what it looks like when you're doing the teacher manual and the student manual. So from the outside, they really do look pretty similar, and they're about the same thickness. So in the student workbook, it's just really the exercises, whereas in the teacher notebook, if you look at this, guys, it literally tells you what to say yourself, what to say together, and then what the student replies should be to give you an idea. So the lesson 21 in the student workbook goes through 4 pages and has much larger print, whereas the lesson in the teacher workbook is also 4 pages, but as you can tell, has much more condensed print. And it tells you exactly what to say and exactly when to say it. So there's literally no guesswork here, which is something that I personally love. We do not do the optional follow-ups. If there's a point at which I feel like we will need to do them, then we will do them. But as of now, we have yet to feel like we need to do that. I feel like she's getting it pretty well. And there is a lot of stuff, like going back over this poem and reading this 3 times every day and then having her recite that. I'm just not going to do that. I don't value the time spent on that. I don't value the time spent on memorizing poetry. I want my children to memorize poetry because they want to. And I'm super good with exposing them to it and getting that out there and having them read it, but I don't necessarily feel the value in memorizing it. Okay, so here is the outside of the book. As you can see, it's like, they're like an inch thick. I hope that you found something here today helpful, entertaining, or informative. I hope you feel a little bit more confident going into using the First Language Lessons program. The 3rd grade level that we have is not the first level of it, but I can see why it was included here, and I'm good with picking it up here. I don't think we've lost anything by not having started earlier. There's a lot of grammar and stuff that's just not super necessary in 1st and 2nd grade, so I'm good with starting it in 3rd grade. Plus, they go back and they do recap a lot of those simpler lessons. So, thank you so much for tuning in today. Please scroll down, share any questions, anything else you'd like to see down in the comments below. Please, while you're down there, subscribe, hit that big old red button, give this video a thumbs up, and turn on the bell for notifications. I'm also going to include the links to First Language Lessons and the curriculum kit that we use down in the description box. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope that you found this helpful.